What up, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Friendster, Princer, SoundCloud, SoundClick? Your boy Odell Beckham is making some very sharp statements.
Me.
All right, let's see what he has to say.
This isn't for me. This isn't for Odell Beckham. This is for everybody in the league, people who deserve it. You sit there and you watch the people in the NBA, and it's crazy. I mean, being realistic, it's crazy what they're getting, and there's people in the NFL who deserve that. And I just want to be, if I can, be one of the forefront for it and help push the league, the game that way because I feel like the players deserve it. I feel like, we go through a lot. We put ourselves through a lot, mentally, physically, emotionally, and they just deserve it. The players in the league deserve it. They work hard for it. So it's not for me. This is not for me.
All right, there you heard it from Odell Beckham Jr., who says that the National Football League should be getting paid as much as the NBA. So the NFL should be getting paid as much as the NBA. And you know what? I don't play in either realm, and so I really don't have like. Okay, well, let me say this. Let me say this. In my opinion, he's absolutely correct because the brutal, the brutal game of football. Let's just take that if you play the game and you never got hit real hard. Let's just take the mere fact that you can get hit real hard. You can get Ray Lewis anytime. You can catch Ronnie Lott anytime. Okay? Anytime you can catch it. You know what I'm saying? You can get Legion to Boomed anytime. And that is not only a career ending injury, in some cases you might lose your life. Let's be real. You got some people who went in and played football and was laid out flat. Okay? And you got some people who was lucky just to get up. I'm just saying, like, there are some career-ending injuries that are just so brutal, and you know what? They don't get the person who put the hit on you doesn't get fined because it's a legal hit. It's legal for you to run 15 to 120 miles an hour into another player who doesn't see you coming and completely floor that person because that's what the crowd wants to see. I agree with him 100%. You do that in basketball, you're going to get fined and you're going to get kicked out of the game. And you could get kicked out of the league if you did it more than once. You do it in football, people pay you more. Let's look back at the fact that 2009. I think that's when the whole issue with the New Orleans Saints being paid to have better hits on their opposing team, and and they pretty much came out and was talking about it. It was a big deal because it seemed like a moral issue, but nonetheless, let's face it. Don't you want to see the linebacker smash the quarterback? Don't you want to see the running back come out of the backfield and just mow somebody over? Listen, Adrian Peterson isn't known uh, just because he's one of the fastest guys on the field. He's known to run you over. That's it. That's why you love Adrian Peterson. Because you want somebody to line up on him like they're going to do something and him to and him to run you straight over. You want to see that. That's why you were paying Adrian Peterson those big dollars all those years. Because he was notorious for it. You know what I'm saying? He was the number one running back for a long time. I think he's either one or two-time MVP. Even after he had that injury, came back and did it all again. Dude is great. But you wanted to see that. You wanted to see Christian Okoye come out of the backfield with the ball and get completely stopped. You know what I'm saying? Playing for the Kansas City Chiefs. You wanted to see Jack Lambert, just take somebody and throw them to the ground like they weren't even there. Tell me how many times you seen Tom Brady get sacked and you were like, good for him. But nonetheless, all those hits, all that contact, you know what I'm saying? All that contact is you're risking. You're risking not only your health, you're risking your life. Odell is correct as far as I'm concerned. As far as I'm concerned, the Super Bowl is one of the biggest games of the year. You know what I mean? But here's the thing, Odell. There's always a thing. Here's the thing, Odell. It's the ad revenues. It's the ad revenues that these contracts for the basketball teams are falling up under. It's the television stations that these players are getting their money from. It's not the league. It's the television stations. So when you hear about a 228 5-year deal for Houston Rockets, by James Harden, when you hear about that deal, you got to look at, okay, some of that is the NBA, some of that is the ad revenues, the ad money that he creates. Okay, so this is the way. Okay, and now I'm a VC. I'm going to structure a deal for you, Odell Beckham. This is what I suggest you do. I suggest, because you do commercials and all that, so you get your money from your commercials. But I suggest if you go to another team, or when your contract is to be re-upped, or you can renegotiate it now, tell your agent to go to any network that has you on there, and then tell that network that you want to see how many ads are on during the time that you're on the field. Because that's your money. Kevin Hart said, he said the networks wanted his Twitter feed, and he wouldn't give them to him because of all the millions of people that follow him on Twitter. He was like, no, that's mine. When he sells tickets, they wanted part of his Twitter money. He was like, no, that's my money. I'm telling you now, Odell Beckham, this is how you structure a deal to where you look like James Harden, to where you look like Steph Curry, to where you look like LeBron James, and to where you look, well, you get the point. Kevin Durant, to where you look like Kevin Durant. You have to negotiate with the networks. You have to have a tandem deal. Don't let the networks negotiate with your team. Because your team is on the field, okay, fine. But how many eyeballs are there to see you? That's your money. You have to go after that. You have to boost up your Twitter feed, your social media, even though I'm sure it's crazy. But you can use that as leverage. It's all a financial game. You can be like, okay, these are how many people are looking at me on Sunday or Monday night or whatever night it is, especially Monday Night Football. Look, this is the populace that I bring to this team. This is the populace I bring to the game. These are all the people who are tuning in and buying the potato chips that you sell. They're buying the drinks that you sell. They're buying the automobiles. They're buying all of it. Excuse me. Woo. These people are buying your items, Chips Ahoy, Timex watches, all because I'm on the field. I want some. That's my money. Now, they could say, you know what, Odell? You're absolutely right. we're going to give you 5% for each commercial that goes up above normal, that each hit goes up above normal because you're on the field. Now, we can give you 5% each ad, but no, we're going to give you a collective 5%. Now, that may sound like a very little, but it's not when you got, 20 million people watching it, even 20,000. And then you don't know the actual, price of the item and so on and so forth. And they calculate all this because I worked in promotions for, 10 plus years. And when I worked in promotions, I was doing a product in one city, and I was doing guerrilla marketing, and the company called me, the promotion company called me and said, the people who the item that we were promoting said, we want you to go to another city and do the same thing. And I said, why? They said, because we're looking at our numbers, and those people are taking the coupons and they're going to Kroger's and they're buying the item. The sales are going up. So we want you to do the same thing in Kentucky. And they paid for me to go to Kentucky and do the same thing. Get a crew of people and just go out and blitz the market with these coupons. And they made thousands upon thousands of dollars of that. They paid me, it cost them nothing for me to go and do it. Nothing. So the answer is yes. Odell is correct. He's correct morally. He's correct physically. He's correct in every sense of the word. But, Odell, you have to do it to where the NBA's structure is the same as the NFL's. Now, this could already be happening, and I'm just a schmuck who doesn't know because I don't watch either game. I don't really follow either one of them. But I know that all that money is not coming from the NBA. It's coming from the networks. And I know for a fact, that Odell Beckham is, since the catch, he's been one of the hottest receivers to hit the field. And I know for a fact, if he got another 5% of all ads that go up, of all merchandise that's sold because of him on the field, he would not be on here making the same statement. Because I don't know what he's getting a year, but let's just say he's getting, 20 million a year? That would go up. It would go up. He would probably be doing 40 million a year. I'm just throwing that number out there. I don't know what he makes. I'm just throwing that out there. It's your boy Tone 202, and that's just my opinion. Peace, love, and hair grease.